Hey guys, so there's several topics going around on TikTok and the comic book and anime community, and I've been asked to weigh in, which I usually don't do. Usually stay away from that kind of stuff unless I'm doing a specific type of podcast or whatever. But anyways, so yeah, the question at hand is, in the past 15 to 30 years, have there been at least 15 main character in anime that are black? And if so, can anyone list them? Can anyone list them? One, so people know, but also to raise awareness. And then you have some people that are very upset with the question itself, which I don't fully understand, because the default is, well, anime is made in Japan, so it's part of Japanese culture. This is true, but there's also the flip to that. A lot of anime, especially when it deals with main characters, are of other cultures, be it European, Brazilian, or anything else. It doesn't matter. Why? Because they're telling a story, and this story revolves around said character. Does that mean that there aren't any good stories that take place where main characters are black or mixed or anything like that? No, not at all. But yes, historically, you have people of dark skin tones and other ethnicities that aren't always portrayed in anime, or portrayed in a nice way. That's not shade, it's just fact. And it's the same thing with American cartoons as well. Not always depicted, in a flattering light. That said, doesn't mean that every production out there that doesn't have one isn't good, doesn't have good storytelling or anything like that. Far from it. But it also leads a interesting conversation of, okay, well, why aren't there more characters of color or from other regions of the world that aren't just quote-unquote Japan or from Europe? Because those tend to be heavily talked about. I don't know, because there are fantastic writers out there and fantastic stories, but they don't always get picked up. When you're looking at telling a story or pitching a story to a studio, and you have the idea of, hey, look, I really want to bring this character to life. I think it'd be really great for the audience as a whole. Well, studio also is looking at, okay, well, what's going to make us money? Or, and sorry, I'm sniffing a lot because it's cold out here. Or, hey, we like the story, but we want to change some parts. And this happens a lot. And not just in anime, not just in cartoons, happens in film, television as well. So you may have a good story, but they want to change the character design. It could be for marketing. It could be because there's an agreement with some brand that they're using for production. The list goes on and on. Doesn't matter. So anyways, how do I feel about that? I feel there are tons of stories out there with good storytelling for characters from all over. Do I wish there were more characters of color for people to share and enjoy through good storytelling? Absolutely. And I will hold that not just to any one medium. Anime, cartoons, television, film. The more portrayals of people from around the world, the better. Why not? Dealing with other cultures, you have new ways of telling a story, stories that haven't been told, characters that haven't been enjoyed. So yeah, absolutely. Do I think that King Lion has hit a nerve with some people? Yeah, but that's the point. He's trying to bring people's awareness to, hey, look, why don't we have more? Not that we have to be upset that there weren't more before, which is disappointing, but it is what it is. But why not just make some? There are tons of creators out there who are telling some fantastic stories, and it's just a matter of putting it together in animated form. Why not? So I second that challenge to, hey, look, can anyone name 10 MC characters in an original anime? And it doesn't have to be from a large studio. It can be an independent studio in the past 10 years. And if so, what are those stories or those character names? I'd love to check it out and keep the conversation going. What do you guys think?